How's everybody doing? I see Danimals and
Morton from Norway. Wow.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome.
I gotta get this open on my phone so we can see the chat better.
Yeah.
Okay, I better make sure I turn it down. Danimal said, "What did I win? I'm first."
You won the first high. That's what you won.
Right. Hey, Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Welcome. I'm not having coffee tonight, guys. I'm having orange juice.
I'm having coffee. But I can't allow her to have coffee this late.
Yeah.
I'll be up all night.
How's everybody doing? We got 6 people and 6 thumbs up. That's awesome.
Wow.
And I don't think I'm one of them. I think nope, I wasn't one of them.
Good evening, Pat.
Hey, Pat, how's it going?
So we woke up this morning. It was like 70 degrees outside. And guys, it's cold out there today.
Yeah.
Right, this evening.
Now it's in the 50s, low 50s.
Yeah. It has dropped temperature like crazy today.
All day the temperature has just gone down. It was really nice this morning. But
yeah. So we're not outside,
yeah,
as you can see.
Yeah. We need to find, hey, Jean, we need to find, and hey, Rochelle, we need to find another place so that we're not doing our live streams in the same place every time, because this is where usually we sit on our main channel. Hey, Charlene. But we need, like, we try to sit outside sometimes on his live streams, but now that it's getting cold, like, we live in a tiny house, so there's not a whole lot of places that we can sit. So it's not like we can just move to a different room.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be able to put the...
I mean, I guess we could lay in bed.
I got a green screen.
84 here. It's coming your way, I think.
Yeah.
It's we're almost in the 80s today. Wow.
35 here in Northern Michigan. Hey, Carol. Yeah. Hey, Victoria. Hey, guys. The cold is supposed to get here Monday. Yep. You're either further south or east of us. But the bad stuff is coming, right? It is.
Hey, Peter. Hi, Cora.
Hey, guys. I'm,
And Mike. I forgot to say hi to Mike. Mike said,
Mike. Yeah. I saw his comment and I replied to it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Sorry. So I've been working in the garden today and a little bit yesterday, and I saw a video on YouTube about preserving peppers, or like overwintering your peppers. So next year you start with a plant start instead of a seed. And so I'm gonna give it a shot because I grew some really awesome peppers this year that I really liked. And to my surprise, we still had a ton of tomatoes growing out there. I mean, they're all green still and they're real small. But I found some suckers on the tomato plants that I took off, and so I can start little tomato plants. Yeah.
Hi, Willis.
That way we can still grow stuff over the winter.
Hi, Liam.
Hey, guys. Everybody I didn't say hi to while I was ranting about plants.
So, yeah, it's gotten cold today. Again, I walked in the house at like 10 minutes till 4. I've been over finishing up a job. I had to cut it short. I had it's probably going to take me 15 minutes to finish the job. And I had to leave to get here in time to do this. So, yeah.
He didn't have me there keeping him on track, so.
Well, helping my Uncle John with one. So my Uncle John has had a llama. And something got it last night. And we're pretty sure it's a cougar. So that might be something, I don't know. Because we have our cows over there. Mm-hmm. And I might be going over there tonight to
get our cows.
See it, to see if I can see if we can catch the cougar.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because we can't afford to lose them.
No.
And Uncle John's got a bunch of cattle over there too. And
there's a lot of calves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of calves that were born this year.
Yeah.
And our calf was one of them.
Yeah, our calf is over there, and her mama's over there, and that I'm pretty sure it was a cougar that got Tony. So, yeah.
Poor Tony the llama.
Yeah.
Tony Llama. He was so sweet too. too. He'd come up to you and he'd get right in your face, and then he'd blow on you like he was giving you a kiss or something, and then he'd walk away. I loved Tony. I'm so sad that is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh. Sometimes when an animal gets attacked, they don't die, but I guess he did.
So is what? Well,
I'm sad.
He got attacked night before last, and Uncle John thought it would be a good idea to put him in the corral, and obviously that wasn't a good idea.
It come back and got him?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
And it couldn't be, I mean, llamas can fight a pack of coyotes or anything like that off. I mean, that's why a lot of people keep llamas with their cattle, is because they are good guard animals. And it had to be, and the size of the paw print was every bit that big around.
Oh my goodness.
And it didn't have any like claw marks in the ground. It was just the pads of the feet. So that says cat, because, you know, they're just like a domestic cat where they pull their nails. They don't have their nails out when they're walking, or, you know,
Right.
whatever.
I wonder, that's on top messages. I wonder how many messages we're missing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Had it filtered wrong. Let's see. I guess we're not missing any.
No. Nobody's talking.
Yeah. Nobody cares about Tony. Just kidding. I cared about Tony. I loved Tony.
He's actually been the star of a couple of my videos. The video where Drew was helping with the pickup. Tony got after Drew.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. I miss Tony already. That is so sad. Yeah, you need to take...
Charlene, that's exactly
Right.
what I'm thinking.
Well, if you want to go sit out in the cold, you can do that all by yourself.
If I could find my night vision goggles.
Did you ever get them back from Red? Oh, nice. That'll make it easier.
But they was in the car when you had the kids clean out the car, so there ain't no telling where they're at.
Dang it. I have to send the kids on that.
Yeah.
But, anywho, so, yeah, what's new, Wiley?
I don't know. Nothing. So some exciting news, guys, as far as the truck goes, I think. Hey, David.
Hey, David. From Ohio.
From Ohio, yeah. So the reason I built this truck, of course, number one was because we're moving and we needed something big and reliable to be able to move.
Number one was that he's been dreaming about it since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay. Hi, Dot. Anyway, the reason I built the truck was, you know, like I said, because we're moving, and of course we need a good truck and you know, something that can handle the move and handle what we're moving and blah blah blah. But of course, my uncle's got the wrecker service over in Seminole, and you know, they call every now and then, and they need a fifth wheel travel trailer moved, or they need, you know, just something that the wrecker really ain't made to do. So I've been borrowing my cousin's pickup and using it to do the work. And now that I have my truck built, I'm able to do it with my truck. We've already got a couple small jobs out of it. And, you know, I've already made a few $100 doing small jobs, moving some fifth wheel travel trailers and stuff. But, so they called me yesterday, and it looks like I might be headed to Kansas City to pick up a 1-ton Dodge pickup and bring it back to Shawnee, which is
a decent payday.
I know that's probably not exciting for you guys, but I am absolutely out of my skin excited over it.
It's exciting for us because, you know, I haven't been able to help him work in the last 2 months. And so your camera keeps doing a weird thing. So there we go. That's better.
But yeah, that's going to be, you know, a decent payday. Plus, I get to drive my truck all the way to Kansas City, guys. No, I'm sorry, not Kansas City, St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis.
So actually just a little bit south of St. Louis. It's basically right on the, I think Kentucky and Missouri state line. Yeah, over by Paducah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd be able to ride with them all that way.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Probably
maybe not. It sure would take a lot longer if I went, hey, Rebecca. I don't know if we said hi to you already.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see her come in. Hi, Rebecca.
So if you guys missed our Wednesday live stream on our main channel, we were talking about our future move to Arkansas. So we
which involves my truck.
Yeah, which involves his truck. It's gonna be making a lot of trips. In fact, I mean, if we don't take that bus over there for Drew, we might load up some stuff like our other IBC tote and just some other stuff that we can unload without the tractor.
Right.
You know, when we get there, and then just pull an empty trailer back.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
If we don't load up the bus to take Drew. And I don't think, I mean, as far as it looks right now, it's too wet. We ain't going to be able to get back in the pasture to load that bus up.
Yeah. So anyway, I think everybody pretty much knows in here, but in the spring, we're moving to Arkansas, central Arkansas. It's a really beautiful piece of property. We're really, really excited about it.
Yep.
But there's a lot to do around here in the meantime, and if it was just Wiley and I, we would have moved already, but we have kids, and we don't want our first couple of months to be freezing weather. So we have hey Cindy,
hey Cindy.
So we have a lot of adjusting to do, you know, and we don't want to add the freezing cold temperatures to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it would set us off in a bad, with kids, it would be a very, very negative experience for them, and that would forever shape their opinion of our future home. So we decided we will wait till spring. Wiley, if you want to pop a
wrench.
Oh, wrench, you can.
Okay, awesome, Cindy.
Let me see if I can.
Thank you.
I'm on my channel on here. I don't think we can do it on the live stream. Let me go to your channel and do it.
She'll have to swap over to my channel, so she's able to give you a wrench. I give a couple away last week.
Yeah.
But I don't even guess those guys are here. But yeah, I mean, this channel wasn't really ever big enough to worry about people having wrenches.
We didn't even
until
realize
just recently. So, I thought we'd give Liam one last week.
I don't know. It was Paul and
was it
Rachel? I can't remember who else. Okay.
All right, Cindy, do you have a wrench now?
She should, yeah. Now I gotta get back to the chat. What the heck?
Oh, look, she's got a wrench.
Yay! Cindy, I'm healing up really well. I've actually, most of this week and last week, I've been up more than I've been down, and I think I'm doing okay because I don't hurt. So, and I'm not on any medication to make me not hurt.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing really well. I have my next checkup I think it's the first week of November, and next week is my last week of physical therapy. So I won't have that twice a week. I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I'm stiff still. I think I've definitely lost some of my mobility. I did have a spinal fusion. So I did lose a little bit of mobility, but I'm still pretty stiff, and but I'd rather be a little stiff than in pain all the time. But yeah. So we'll be moving to Arkansas. We're gonna be building the Conestoga huts. I don't know how many of you guys have ever heard of them, but basically it's like a hoop house. We plan on putting metal on the outside of them to make them extra sturdy, and that should get us through spring, summer, and fall. And we're gonna have to come up with another plan throughout those 3 seasons before it gets too cold for a winter solution, because we don't at this point, we don't think we're gonna have an RV or anything. There is 6 of us, and so I don't know. And I mean, 3 teenagers,
yeah.
2 adults. We're not small people.
Hi, Steven. So is it Steven or Stefan? Because I had a friend in high school, and his name was Stefan, and it was spelt the exact same way. So does it sound like a V or an F?
Do they come in multiple sizes? If you're talking about the Conestoga huts, we are going to be building them so we can build them however big we want.
Yeah.
We'll be using hog panels that we already have. I think we already have. We might need a couple more.
I mean, actually, I'm not even sure doing it the way we're going to do it that we're going to need hog panels.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, either way, the idea is to kind of use a hog panel to go over and then put some insulation on it and then some.
So it is Steven.
Maybe a plastic barrier, moisture barrier, some insulation, and some roofing metal.
Yep.
And so they'll be small. Like the kids will be like 7 by 10, and ours will be 7 by like 14 probably. And so they are going to be really small.
Yeah,
we'll have to build individual ones. We're going to build them on wood platforms so that we're not on the ground.
So they're basically, I mean, they're just going to be for us to be able to get in and sleep. You know, get in out of the rain and, you know, lay on the bed. That's about all that's going to be to it.
Yeah, we'll have a closet. Well, not really a closet, but we'll have a place to hang up our clothes. Hey, Drew! And we'll have a place to sleep, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, they're not going to be huge. But I think they'll get us through the warmer seasons, and then by winter we'll have to come up with a different plan.
Yep.
So and we are racking those.
Actually, something I didn't even tell her yesterday, and I haven't heard anything else about it, so it may not even come to fruition.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear stuff before I do.
But our neighbor Cece, of course, I've been building a add-on to the side of his house, and I've still got the mud work and the bedding and taping and the paint to do.
And maybe some trim.
And stuff to do up there for him. But anyway, you know, he owes me basically the final payment on that, which is not tremendous. But he's got a little 5x8 tilt bed trailer that he's trying to sell. And there was a guy contacted him yesterday, and he's got a 24-foot RV, travel trailer. That's pretty decent looking travel trailer that he's wanting to trade him for that little trailer. So he called me and asked me if I would be interested in the travel RV for my final payment. So I guess depending on what they work out on their trade, you know, we might accidentally have a small travel trailer.
Maybe. That would be really small.
It's not very big. But it'd be better than nothing, you know.
I mean, we might be able to pack in there like sardines and lay on top of each other in it.
Yeah.
If it got really cold.
Drew said he needs to be wrenching on the Camaro. Is that what he said?
The paint job's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. I guess from who was it, Peter? Or one of them was, oh no, it was Dogman. Said that it was still pretty warm over there. Man, it hit here, and it is cold here now. That's why we're sitting in the house today and not outside.
I'm just going to stay on your channel in case anybody else wants a ranch. The closer you get, the worse it looks.
Oh. So what do you think, Drew? 10-footer? 20-footer? What do you think?
For what?
Well, that's what you call a bad paint job. You tell. Oh, so how close you can get to it before it looks, you know, stay looking good, you know.
I gotcha. Yeah, don't get within 20 foot of it. Depends on what kind of, is it 20/20 eyesight or is it, you know.
Drew says it's a 20-footer.
Yeah. That's funny.
A joke isn't as funny when you have to explain it.
I know. So there's 35 people in here and 30 likes. So if y'all haven't hit that like button yet, that'd be awesome. Throw a spanner to Drew, Jen.
Ranch.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Hey, you can go. No, you don't eat in your room right now. Because you're going to bump the camera getting by. You'll be okay.
So, Drew, where did you, where did you paint that at? I haven't even got to watch the video yet. I seen the video and was going to watch it the other day and then got sidetracked and totally forgot about it. I haven't even watched the video yet. But did you paint that in your garage or your shop?
I think he took it somewhere and had him paint it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Hey, Mike at No Parts Garage. How are you?
Hey, Mike. Is it the same guy that painted the work truck? The
yeah.
Ford?
Yeah. Jimmy's isn't that?
Yeah, Jimmy's truck.
Yeah. So Lindsay gets to do all the hard work, huh? That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I thought she's not doing anything on her channel anymore because she didn't have time to edit and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, now she's doing it for him because, you know.
We're doing good, Mike. How about yourself? What's the temperature up there around your place?
I traded the rusty square body I got from O'Rourke's to a Mexican to paint it.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Nice. Sounds like a decent trade. Even if it's not perfect. He did good, but not great, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want a great one, you gotta pay a few $1,000s.
I mean, I've done a few 20-footers with a spray can out in the front yard. Or not this front yard, but, you know, before.
Yeah, so I don't know what all to talk about, guys.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wiley's been doing drywall and stuff.
Hey, Paul.
Wiley's been doing drywall and stuff all week, and
yeah.
I've been working around, cleaning up the yard. I've been using the tractor.
54 now. It dropped 10 in 30 minutes. That's what it's done here. Yeah.
Drew said she enjoyed the editing part, but not the talking to the camera part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it done here this morning. It was, I'd say probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock, probably.
Yeah, between 8 and 9. When I got up around 7, it was like in the mid-70s. And then by 9 o'clock, it was in the in the high 40s.
It's supposed to start raining tomorrow here, right?
Yeah, it rained this morning. We've gotten a lot of rain this week.
Yeah.
Our pond is full.
It's still got a little ways to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's pretty darn full.
Yeah.
By the end of the rain this weekend,
it'll be overflowing.
It'll be overflowing. Yeah. But we have Wiley adjusted our overflow pipe or whatever you call it, and now it works. So last time something got in front of it and it was a little bit too high and whatever, so our dam gave way.
Yeah.
We've had rain on and off every day this week.
It's pretty much the way it's been here. I think we've went 1 or 2 days that it didn't rain, and then it rained like crazy the next day, and yeah.
It hasn't rained a lot, but it's rained every day.
Yeah.
I don't remember what day it was, but man, we got a lot of rain that day. I want to say it was like maybe Monday or Tuesday. We got a lot of rain.
I haven't heard any updates, but they're saying around here, by the end of this weekend, we should have 5-6 inches of rain.
From this week. Yeah. We had mist all morning. I hate mist.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate the mist. I mean, I guess if you're like in Southern California and it's misty and it's not that cold, it's not bad. But like that mist and a wind chill is what I think of, and that stinks.
Which new build you talking about, Mike?
Paul said, I have an ailment that all husbands can only dream their wives get, guys. Ruh-roh. Do we want to know? Hey! Jason and Tara are here. Hey, White Rock Homestead, how are you guys? Listening while I work on the dang UTV and Tara edits. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, we know how hard it is to get things done and get YouTube done, so...
The one in the finished.
I don't know.
Can you read what that's supposed to mean?
No.
So if you're talking about the truck, I mean, of course, I've got a lot of little things to finish up on it, but it is I drive it every day now,
Hey, Cora.
and I absolutely freaking love it.
And he got it all legal this week.
Oh yeah, I'm 100%
Yes.
legal now.
So he got it all titled and everything. And tell him about the issue you had, or almost had.
Oh yeah, so I get to the tag office, and I present them the bill of sale.
He said the one that's 10 different years.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah, that's it. So I get to the tag office and I give them the bill of sale, and the lady looks at the bill of sale and she's like, I cannot pull this up in our registry. You know, it's not pulling anything up under this VIN number. So I'm like, well, that's weird because we just got owner's info on this thing, you know, a week or so ago. So I hand her the owner's info, and she said, oh, well, here's your problem. In our system, the third and fourth digit is a 5-6, where on the VIN number,
Hey, James.
the actual VIN number was a 6-5. So those two numbers had been swapped. So here I am, been working on this truck for, you know, a year, getting it built, and I get to the tag office and they're telling me the VIN number is screwed up. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I got to do? You know, so she called the state, and anyway, long story short, they got it all worked out. The lady at the state office said obviously that it was just a typo whenever they was putting it in the system, that the 6 and the 5 was just reversed. So she fixed all that, and I got it all legal. I've got a real tag on it now, and I've got insurance on it, and, you know, all that good stuff. So and I am hoping
Good they got it fixed, yes.
I am hoping that I get to make a trip to Missouri next week. I'm really, 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 really looking forward to that, guys. Really.
Yeah, really, really, really. I want to go, but I don't know if I can ride that far. Man,
So
that is so awesome, Wiley. Cannot wait to see it.
So, Mike, it is titled as a 1962 because that's what the cab and the VIN number reads.
Yep.
Yeah, Drew. So Jamal called me yesterday, and he's got I guess, almost brand new 4-door Dodge Dually up by St. Louis that needs to be brought back down to Shawnee. It's at Copart insurance auction up there, and I guess the bank is repoing it. So the bank called Jamal to go pick it up and bring it back to Shawnee, and from the looks of it, I'm going to be pulling a gooseneck with my trailer to go up there and bring it back.
So he's really excited.
Yeah, very, very excited.
He built it to be a work truck, and he wants it to be a work truck.
Yeah.
And so I think he just wants to put stuff on the back of it and then take pictures to show how cool it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul getting titles is a mess oftentimes, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
It can
right.
be. It really can be. And in order to get a new VIN, like say this cab didn't have a VIN plate on it, we would have to go through the state and deal with all of their hoops.
Oh, yeah,
and then you have to have
it's
the
a
sheriff's
mess.
office involved with it and all kinds of stuff to
Yeah.
get it approved and installed, and only certain people can install it, and it's just yeah.
Yeah, James. So I've already, I hauled a 42-foot
Bye,
fifth wheel.
Mike. Have a great day.
Bye, Mike. Hauled a 42-foot fifth wheel camper trailer with it the other day. Had 5 slide outs on it. Huge camper trailer. And I hauled it about 20 miles. And then I had a guy call me, and he wanted one just moved around on his property. I went and done that for a little bit of, few bucks, a little bit of extra cash. And so, yeah, I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's making money.
Yeah.
And that's I'm excited about it because there's just nothing better than driving something like that truck around making money.
I feel like it's been a while since we've reiterated this, but the original motor, transmission, the original truck only had 58,000 miles on it when we got it. So
Okay, James.
It's dang near a brand new truck.
Yeah, it's got 56,000 miles on it. And I have one issue with it right now that I've got to get fixed, which is just a few bucks. And
oh, he said I'm not leaving. I was saying he has to show it off or and what skills it has.
oh yeah, right.
And Drew said there's nothing more rewarding than working a truck.
I am actually trying to figure that out, Paul, because it hi Don, it will be that is going to be something I'm going to do. That was one reason of getting the truck ready, is because I'm going to figure out how to move my container. Hey, Big Matt, long time no see. That is one thing I'm going to do, is try to figure out how to get that shipping container. I'm going to move it. I've got a buddy that's got a 32-foot gooseneck trailer that's got the tandem duals under it, so it's a heavy enough trailer that we can load it onto that trailer, and he told me I could use it anytime I needed. So I do believe that's what we're going to do, is figure out how to get it up in the air, get it on his 32-foot gooseneck. Of course, I'll have to figure out lighting for it, because that's a little longer than the trailer. So I've got to figure out, lighting, probably just some magnetic lights or whatever it's going to take to put lighting on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I want to do. And, I would absolutely love, and I've been talking to Jen about it. Of course, it's a pipe dream. But if we could ever figure out how to buy one of those trailers that moves those containers, I do believe me and her would have a pretty darn good business.
Right, because it's really hard to find people to move them.
Yeah. Weld some wheels on it and pull it like a trailer. I've actually thought about that, Mike. I was telling Jen about it.
You could build kind of a gooseneck setup for it that latches to it.
You can build a removable gooseneck that pins onto the front, the little pins where the container locks in. You can build a gooseneck that's removable to pin into that, and then build like you said, an axle that you can figure out how to get underneath and get it, to hold. Mm-hmm. And
it would work.
About building your own expandable trailer 44 with. Yeah, that's a good idea, Paul.
James had also asked, how's my back doing? I'm doing well, thanks. I've already answered that question a few times on this live, but long story short, I'm doing much better than before.
A lot better.
And I'm getting around pretty good, and I feel much better. So yeah, the problem is that the getting it on the pins. Yeah.
So the guy that I watched do it, I thought about it, so I Googled it, and I wound up finding a video on YouTube where this guy was doing it, and
oh no, you're fine, James.
And he had a, what do they call them, the crane on his truck, so he was able just to pick the gooseneck up, put it up against the trailer, and pin it in, and it was pretty simple for him because he had the little crane, auto crane or whatever you call them on the back of your truck.
Oh, Paul said I look happy sitting here, so he didn't have to ask me. I've been really busy the last few days.
She's been working her butt off.
Well, working the tractor mostly.
She's getting a lot done.
Yeah. Let's just say that me and then our two oldest boys that live here ain't half a Wiley. It takes us like 3 hours to do something he could do in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But we're getting it done.
Yeah, something like that, Paul. Yeah.
I've been doing a lot around here, huh, Wiley?
She has. Yeah. So I've seen multiple different ways they're doing it. They actually have.
Thanks, Don.
How would I? What is the best thing that I could? I don't even know how to describe, but they actually have a system that you can buy, and I think it would be easy to build, but it's a set of wheels, and you put it on the back of the trailer, you pin it all together, and then the wheels ratchet down so it lifts the trailer up, and now it's on tires.
I can see how that would work.
Problem with that being is that's really just for moving it around the yard, getting it into a tough spot, stuff like that, because it makes it extra wide and you can't legally go down the highway with them.
You'd have to have something in the middle, huh? Like kind of like axles on a trailer. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah.
And not only that, but with the axles all the way at the very back, you're going to be extremely heavy on the tongue weight, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff goes into that, but it seems like it would be pretty easy to do. I think.
Paul, how'd you know? So actually, I have to confess about something.
This is hilarious, guys. Hilarious. Well, kind of hilarious.
Yeah, not exactly. So, first I'm going to put it out there and say that if anybody wants to send us some of that Gorilla tape, I'd really appreciate it. Or the Flex Seal tape.
Oh no.
So I was out in the yard the other day, and I was moving some pallets and stuff around, and Wiley's got this big, like, I don't know, what kind of blade thing do you call it on the back of the tractor?
So it's a tilt blade. It's not a box blade. It's the blade that, it's just like a motor grader has. It's got the, and you can tilt it one way or the other and all that good stuff.
And it probably sticks out at least a foot on both sides of the tractor. Well, long story short, I popped our pool. I felt like such a dummy. The corner of that blade just caught the pool and ripped like a perfect cut in it. It looks like somebody took a knife and slit it open.
About that long.
It's 27 inches.
She ripped a hole 27 inches in the side of our swimming pool.
I did. I think some Flex Seal tape would help. I mean, their infomercials make it look like it would work. I mean, didn't they build a boat out of that stuff? Oh, that was the spray-on stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Drew. I mean, I'm just talking about doing something like that to figure out how to get ours over there. But yes, you're exactly right. I would love. I don't know if there's any way possible that it's ever in our future that we could, but I would love to be able to buy one of those trailers. Right now, you can buy them brand new. I think for $20,000. And this is the upper end trailer for like $26,000. I think you can find them a lot cheaper. I think you can get them down around $20,000. But I do believe that we could make a good living with one of those trailers. I really do.
I think so too. Whoops. Between moving the tiny houses and the shipping containers, I think we'd do pretty good.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, in our experience trying to find people to move stuff like that, it's been really difficult.
Man, it's been crazy. If with the prices these guys are charging, they want $1,500 just to move ours over to Arkansas.
Which, I mean, is reasonable, but that's a lot. I mean, it's reasonable because, I mean, you'd spend at least a third of that in gas.
So, okay, I mean, whenever I was driving a semi-truck, my loads averaged about $3 a mile. That's 200 miles. That should be a $600 job on a semi-truck.
My bad, I didn't know that.
That's a semi-truck. I'm not even talking about driving a pickup with a trailer like that, like they do.
Uh-huh.
They're not in semi-trucks. They're in, a semi-truck gets 5-6 miles a gallon, where if you're doing it in a pickup like that, you're getting, 10, 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting twice the fuel mileage and 5 times the money. I don't get it.
Sounds like a good deal to own a truck that can haul stuff. You think you could haul 40-footers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd haul a 40-some-odd foot.
That fifth wheel that I delivered to Shawnee the other day was 42 foot long. Yeah. Yeah, a 40-footer wouldn't be no problem.
That sucker was heavy, too, because it had all kinds of slide-outs, and it was fully loaded. And...
Yeah, it was heavy.
Hey, look, we have 42 people.
And I don't even think my trailer brakes was working, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think my trailer brakes is working because I'm having this thing come up on my dash that says service trailer brakes. So that 2014 has a built-in trailer brake system. It's already got it all built in. And so in the dash, there's the little...
Whoa! My leg's
wow!
Not working. my leg actually isn't working.
She tried to stand up and her foot's asleep.
I feel really dumb.
You're like, good thing the camera wasn't pointed the other direction.
Ow. Okay, no.
So anyway, in the dash, there's a little black box that has the, where you can manually make your trailer brakes work, or you can adjust the setting and all that stuff. And they say that that's the problem whenever this happens. I found one last night on Amazon for like $30. So I ordered it because I knew I was going to have it if I get to go to Missouri. So I had to order it. It should be here like any minute. I mean, Amazon sent a deal 4 to 7. So, so I ought to have my trailer brakes working pretty quick. But yes.
Paul said those 40-foot containers are about 7.5 tons empty. Big Matt said, all right, I'm going to be disappearing in the background listening, and don't tell my wife because today's her anniversary. Or our anniversary. Happy anniversary.
I don't know about y'all's over there, Paul, but these here, I've hauled multiple of those back whenever I had my semi-truck cross country. I've hauled dozens and dozens and dozens of those, and I've never seen one weigh over about 10,000 pounds. That's one of the things we had a contract with a company that we hauled a lot of those cross country whenever we was doing it. So
bye, Cindy. Thanks for coming in. Drive safe. She said she's got to take her kiddos to work.
Bye, Cindy.
Paul or Matt had said today's her anniversary, and Paul said, "You mean your anniversary?"
Steven said, "Is it your anniversary?" Or...
We will, Cindy. Yeah, Anthony and Roxanne go live at 5 o'clock, guys, over at Country Road Cure. So if you don't know who they are, or if you do, either way, if you want to check out some of our friends, go over to their live after this is done. So tonight I pulled out chicken. We're going to do grilled chicken with mashed potatoes and a pasta salad for dinner.
Cool.
I made the pasta salad earlier.
Sounds good to me.
It has bacon in it.
So yeah, anyway, 1 tons, you can haul, I mean, kind of depending, but 16,000 pounds on a 1 ton, you can do pretty good. And that's really a crew cab dually. Being since this is a single cab dually, the frame's a whole lot stronger than it is on the 4 doors. So, you could probably even get away with a little bit more than that. It's something, if I was to do it though, an empty container would be all I'd ever want to do. I wouldn't want to, they do get, you start adding weight to them and you get pretty messy, but, like I said, I mean, that's just a pipe dream anyway, because I don't know that we'll ever come up with money to buy one of those trailers. But
we'll see. I don't know. Your truck might go viral on YouTube, and then you can buy it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. I'm not going to hold my breath.
No, I wouldn't. Might come on over. There'll be plenty. And Paul said he made Cajun chicken pasta. That sounds good. We're having chicken
Mike
too.
Said it sounds good. They'll be right over.
Everybody's having chicken for dinner tonight. Weight is optional. If it pulls, it hauls.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been there. So back whenever I was hauling grain, I'll try to make this story as short as I can, but back whenever I was hauling grain, I had 7 trucks that we would go down to Rolfe, Oklahoma and pick up, well, not exactly Rolfe, but Rolfe. We'd pick up sand, and then we'd take it up to John Mansfield up in Kansas, McPherson, Kansas.
Your phone's going dead.
And we would drop it off at John Mansfield in McPherson, Kansas, and they made foam insulation, or not foam, fiberglass insulation, and they used that sand to do it. But when we emptied out up there, then we would go up into Nebraska or there in Kansas or whatever, and we would pick up grain to bring back to Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
So my dispatcher, I was like the head, guy out of the bunch. So the dispatcher would call me And he would give me a list of the loads that needed picked up that day up in Kansas and Nebraska. And I would divvy those out to whoever. My discretion, basically. And we had a driver that was sick one day, and I'd forgot to tell them that he was sick. So we get up there with only 6 trucks, and we unload. Well, he sends me 7 loads. And so I'm going through the list and trying to figure out what we're going to do. Well, just so happened that 2 of the loads was Milo. Well, if you know anything about Milo, it's kind of like sand. It don't take very much of it to be heavy.
Lot.
Yeah, to make a lot. And the 2 loads of Milo was going to the same place in Chickasha, Oklahoma. So I divvied out all the other loads and I sent all the other guys off. Well, I was pulling a 53-foot spread axle Tempty trailer. So I go down and I go to the Milo place and I go back and they load.
Hey, Jesus the Lord.
They load 45,000 pounds on me. I pull across the scales and I check out and I get my ticket. I pull back onto the scales and I pull back there and they load another 45,000 pounds on me. So I hauled 2 loads of Milo and 1 trailer load to Chickasha, Oklahoma. I was weighing probably 118 to 120,000 pounds. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It was a deal. But I used to do that all the time. With corn, we'd go up there and load like 2 loads of corn, bring them back. Shawnee Mills actually refused like 3 of our loads because we was too heavy. They wouldn't take it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You brought them too much.
Yep.
Mike said, sounds like something I did back in the day.
It was nothing to come back from Shickley, Nebraska, or any of those places like that. Whenever we would, it was nothing to come back at 115, 120,000 pounds.
Paul said he's done that with potatoes.
So down at the sand place in Rolfe, Oklahoma, it's an automated system. So you pull onto the scale and you park. You get out of your truck and you walk up here to this computer system and you put in what you want. And you're setting on the scale and it automatically dumps it. Well, you have to put, so many thousand pounds in the front of the trailer. And then it stops. And then you pull forward and you put so many thousand pounds in the back of the trailer. And so I figured out how to way to cheat on that. And I would go down there, they'd load the front of the trailer, and I would go ahead and start the machine while it was, and dump the second load partially in the front of the trailer. Then I'd pull forward and take my front axle off the scale so it would actually think I was lighter than I was, so it would just keep pumping sand in. And then whenever I got about where I wanted, I'd back up real quick, and then it would weigh my full final weight, and it'd shut the sand off, and I come out of there 105, 110,000 pounds all the time.
Dang. James said the most he's hauled is about 90,000, and Mike said that they would just see how much they could haul in one load. That's me usually coming in with groceries. I would rather carry them all in at once than make 2 trips.
So any of you truck drivers know what split weighing is, I'm sure. So you go to these farms or whatever, and you load. Their scales aren't long enough for a lot of these new trucks and new trailers. So you pull your tractor on, and that's half your weight, and then you pull your tractor off and have your trailer on, and that's the other half of the weight. So most of those scales are set up to stop at 120,000 pounds. All the older scales, they would stop. They would quit reading at 120,000 pounds. And I had a friend of mine that he worked for the same company I did at the time, and he was driving a day cab Peterbilt with the same spread axle Tempty that I was driving, that I had pulled previously. And we went up to Shickley, Nebraska to get a load of corn. And the little place over there, he had to split weigh. So he goes and he weighs, or he loads, and he comes across the road over to the parking lot where the scale is. And I seen it as he was coming across the road, there was corn falling off the sides of his trailer. It was so full, a 53-foot spread axle Tempty was so full, the corn was coming off the side of the trailer.
Oh my goodness.
He pulled split weigh and just the tractor onto the scales, and it wouldn't weigh.
Dang it.
It kept
dang
saying
it.
error. It just kept flashing error, because he was overloaded that much. So the best we can figure, he was probably close to 160,000 pounds. But he had to go back and dump some off. He had to go back like 3 different times and dump stuff off before he could actually weigh out.
Dang.
And he still come out of there weighing like 125,000 pounds.
Dang it. That's crazy. Just because it fits doesn't mean it should ship.
Yeah, I know.
That.
Because corn is another one of those things. It don't take a whole lot of it to make a heavy.
Right. I know. You just think about a little 1 pound bag of corn or like popping corn.
Yeah.
And it's about the density of beans, I think. Dried beans.
Well, I'm talking about the scales give us a ticket to get paid on. I'm not talking about, DOT scales. I never went through one.
You're an outlaw, Wiley.
This was legal oversized, 64,000. Yeah. I've hauled a number of oversized. Back whenever I had my step decks, we was hauling a lot of oversized stuff. I got set in, I don't even remember what year it was. The year that all that huge flood hit up there around Denver, Colorado, and washed away like half of their big main roads up around Denver, Colorado. I can't even remember what year it was, but I was sitting just south of Denver at a Love's truck stop that night when that flood hit, and we sat there almost a week before they could figure out how to reroute us with our oversize to get around Denver and get through and get on out of there.
Dang it.
We was headed to Utah.
Dang it. James said, like that, you don't dare go across the scale.
Yeah, no. I did get caught one time. And that was, the stupid thing is it was the very first load that I ever figured out how to mess with them scales down there loading that sand. I was like 105,000, and I left out of there, and I stopped up at Bremen, Oklahoma. So Bremen, Oklahoma is right on the Kansas state line. And just over the Kansas state line is the Kansas DOT scales. So on I-35. So we would go to Bremen, and we would go to bed, and then about 4 o'clock in the morning, we would wake up, and we would go around. So you go through Wellington, Nebraska, or Wellington, Kansas, and back up that way, and you would go around the DOT scales. So there at Wellington, about 7 o'clock in the morning is whenever the DOT officer come on, and he sat right there in Wellington because he knew what people was doing, and he would sit right there. And
thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. So he was. I pulled into Bremen, and I'd overslept that morning, and it was like 6:45. So I just jumped up and jumped in the truck, and I started hauling butt, and it was like 10 miles down the roads where you go through Wellington, and he was just coming in as I was going through. And I just barely caught me, but yeah, I got an overweight ticket that day.
Dang, he was stuck waiting 2 weeks. I think he said New York.
Wow.
That, yeah.
Super wide, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang
That's
it.
crazy. That's the worst. That's the worst one that happened to me as far as that kind of stuff was whenever whenever that flood hit Denver and washed out all the roadways up there. It was a nightmare trying to figure out. They couldn't even find a road that was still open that we could drive on, to get through with our oversize.
Dang it. Well, anyway, we have a few minutes until Anthony and Roxanne go live, guys, over at Country Road Cure. So if someone wants to drop a link to their channel, well, dang it. I'm going to have to call the neighbor back in a couple minutes. But
the worst that ever happened to me, I say worst, the worst that ever happened to me, as far as having to sit, but I was drawing demurrage, so I was getting paid. Was I went to Brady, Texas, and picked up a load of black sand, and they was using it in fracking. So I hauled frack sand for a long time.
Bye, James.
Bye, James. Hey, Ford dude. I hauled frack sand for a long time, and we went to Brady, Texas, and this was a special kind of sand that they wanted to try on this well. And there was 5 of us went down there, and whenever we got back to Lindsay, Oklahoma, the very first truck unloaded about half his load, and then they found out that sand wasn't going to work in the well that they was doing.
Hey, Cece, I'll call you back in a minute.
So it stopped up the well as they was pumping that dirt in it and trying to frack it. And so they was like, all right, guys, y'all take y'all's loads and sit down here at the truck stop till we figure out what to do with this dirt. And we sat down there for 2 weeks but I was drawing $100 an hour. My truck sitting there loaded was drawing $100. That was my truck sitting there loaded was drawing $100 an hour.
Even with you making money like that, I still would not want you to have a job like that where you were gone all the time. How was your Wednesday night dinner? It was good. I don't even remember what we had for Wednesday night.
I don't either now.
I'd have to go back and, I don't know, watch our live to see what we had for dinner on Wednesday night. I don't even remember.
But the company I was working for at the time, whenever we got stuck at the truck stop for 2 weeks, the company I was working for at the time also had the contract of what they call the sand coordinator. So the sand coordinator sits out on the job and backs the trucks in, tells them what compartment to unload in, and all that good stuff. So the guy that was doing the sand coordinating position wanted to... No, actually, you know what? That was not my truck. Yeah, that's right. I was driving for the company at the time.
You got 3 minutes.
So the sand coordinator wanted to take a vacation. So I was like, well, heck, I've got my truck out here. I'm sitting out here doing nothing. You go take your vacation, and I'll take over the sand coordinating position. So I was getting paid as a sand coordinator, plus getting paid sitting on my dirt for 2 weeks. And as a company driver for 2 weeks, I made $16,000. And the first thing I done was got in my car and drove to Wisconsin and bought a semi-truck. And, yeah.
With stories like that, if it was him and I that were married at the same time, we'd probably have a pretty nice little nest egg. But, never mind, I'll keep my mouth shut.
It was with her neighbors. It was with Wednesday night?
Oh, that was Friday night. Yeah, that was last Friday night.
Oh, last Friday. It was really good.
Yeah.
She can make some lasagna that will blow your mind.
No. She's talking about the Indian tacos we had with Cece and Melissa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The lasagna was another friend's house that we went to a couple weeks ago, and she makes really good lasagna. But yeah, I forgot it's Friday night. I forgot it's wine night at the neighbor's house.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. I got some more stuff I gotta do outside.
But she made some awesome Indian tacos.
I did.
The only thing she done was the ones that she cooked for the kids. The first one she done, she overcooked the fry bread. And it was like a huge, chip instead of fry bread. But it turned out amazing. She straightened that out, and the ones we eat was really good.
Let's see. Oh, you missed a small explosion? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, what did I miss?
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell us about it.
We'll be seeing you or call you or whatever. Yeah.
Jen, you need what I have so you don't spill beans. You don't want to spill. Oh, I don't know what you have.
This is what she has. See this? This is what she has.
Are you talking about the beautiful softness of it?
The blondiness of it.
No.
And there's no cure for that. No cure whatsoever.
I cut through the wires.
Cut through the wires. Oh, no.
What wires?
Probably the ones going out to the well.
Or when he cut a door in the bedroom
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
to go out to the closet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd she say? What
Bad throat and no voice. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just gotta not be able to talk anymore. Okay. Well, we're gonna get off here, guys.
Yep, looks
Anthony
like-
and Roxanne are going live. Just got a notification. We love you guys. We will see you guys back on our main channel on Our Mountain Home Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So.
Yep.
All right. We love you guys.
Y'all have a great weekend.
Bye.